Look who it is.
It's Iho, duh. I would think Ollie's apartment was on fire if I didn't know that she had flickering light bulbs in the
I can see
background.
it.
What is
I
that?
can see it behind me. It's the candelabra. We've gone over this.
No, we haven't. Why is it doing that?
No, that's the setting of the light bulb. That's the purpose of it. That's why she wanted it.
Yeah.
It's to look like a candle.
It's a candelabra.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm very serious.
There's no jokes about this.
Nothing's funny about
There's just too many things going on. It's making me nauseous.
It might just be gas. You know when you get pregnant, you get gassy?
Well, I'm not pregnant.
I'm saying, I am.
You as a man are getting gassy from your pregnancy?
When a couple is pregnant, they say they are pregnant.
But it's inaccurate. So.
Well, I'm a woman, so.
You look like a woman.
You can't tell me anything. A woman is only a person that believes they are.
We all started out as a woman in the womb. Hey, Kuloone, what is this interference I'm hearing in the background? I don't like it.
It's probably coming from me.
That's not coming from me.
It's
what
my
is it?
HVAC system.
Turn it off.
Okay, I honestly have considered turning it off at this podcast.
What is that?
Be so
HVAC
cold.
system?
Yes. Have you heard of it?
No.
Barely.
Barely.
I think it stands for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, or something
But you have
like
heating?
that. I do have heating. It's very loud, and that's
It won't. Your house won't get cold in 45
30
minutes.
Oh.
30.
Okay, I'm wearing crazy pants, so I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Wait, now you have to show us.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I wonder if I can turn this back on.
So,
Oh.
we'll hope that she quiets
Come
down.
on. Stand up.
I'll just, give you a little. They're like grandma pants.
We could.
They were
They're just
gifted
like
to me.
That was an impressive stretch.
Well, it's the angle.
We have had on our to-do list for 10 years now to be able to do the splits, me and Olli P.
Yeah.
And it's still not happened. We haven't talked about it, but I just know that it hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't happened, and I have removed it from my New Year's resolution list.
I like to always think I'm going to keep getting more flexible.
It's always in the back of my head, but until I have some type of progress, I don't deserve to put it on my list. Sanity.
You want to know something crazy?
Kuloone,
Okay, you guys.
I feel like AI is going to take the place of lawyers.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
You want to know why? Oh, I just got a credit company to help me get my credit up and get all my collections taken off.
All you have to do is download the app. You can see everything for yourself.
No, I mean, you can see it, but they're like, this is like an actual
It's
law firm
so easy.
putting in the only reason I'm saying this is because when they sent me the contract, the 15-page contract that people probably wouldn't read or understand, I just literally uploaded the PDF into ChatGPT and asked it like what were the red flags of this agreement, and it fucking spit that shit out in a second. The red flags were like, you're giving someone a power of attorney to argue these cases.
Yeah, I'm ChatGPTing the entire time I'm in class. So I'm like, I need
insane?
ideas. Huh?
How is that working?
Well, so initially you would never want to do anything like that when anyone can see you. I just don't give a fuck anymore because I feel like it should be such a normalized thing at this point that, come on, we all use it, right? But I need ideas. Like the professor's asking a question, for instance, and no one knows shit to say, and I don't know anything to say. You can ask it literally anything. It's fucking crazy. Like, tell me what to know.
China just released like a cheaper model of an AI that they made with like half the money that the US used to make OpenAI, and it'll give you its thought process. So the person is asking me this, but they might be thinking this. But what if they're thinking this? And it's like going through all this, and I was like, oh.
Sounds like information overload.
It was pretty impressive, especially because they made it for like half the money. I'm pretty sure the Biden administration gave like a good couple billion to AI.
But we did it first, right? So the first time you do something is always going to be more of a process, more costly.
And that's what I said too. All of the technology community is open source. Whoever makes it first, it's open for anyone else to see how they made it so they can just build on it. So I guess that makes sense.
And they're just smarter and more efficient as a population.
Nah, they're suppressed.
And there was a case that said the Chinese population could never become American citizens because simply we are that different, and didn't really elaborate on what that meant. Well, fuck, who knows who can be a citizen at this point. All I know is Congress has sole immigration regulation power. Trump and all his little orders. Okay, you have no power, so you're just making an executive order because you have no power. Like, that's okay, though. It will be resolved eventually.
What?
The executive order is the only thing he can do. My teacher was explaining it to me today as like it's actually a sign of how little power he has, and that's so true. Like, for instance, anything in his new orders that have anything to do with immigration, like if that conflicts with a law that already exists, which it does, it's not effective.
I mean, we're just talking about illegal immigration. I'm just saying, if me, you, and Olli P wanted to walk across the Canadian border right now and try and go live there, we would be put in jail. It's illegal. If I knew,
how's that? When
if
people
you
literally
know
cross the
that
border every day in their car casually.
I just saw a post of Tino just posted because he's always with like teenage boys playing like basketball and like watching them coach and shit. And he
That's
said
a
that
weird way to say it. He's
no, I mean,
always with teenage boys.
well, yeah, I figured it did sound weird, and I was like, oh, well, anyway, he's a great role model for these children. But the only reason I'm saying this is because he put a post out on Facebook and he was like, these moms need to understand that these teenage boys are roasting each other for what their mothers post. And all of a sudden, all you hear is, look at your mom shaking ass on TikTok. And it's like, dude, people don't like OnlyFans, all that shit. Bro, I could only imagine the stress and
which is why I'm cutting my kid off from society.
that was extreme.
Well, it's something I'm clearly passionate about and I believe in, because I look at kids these days and I'm like, what a bunch of fucking idiots. I don't want my kid anywhere near you.
We got Olli P agreeing.
I do. I mean, I think everyone's going to be like super vapid and they're just going to follow the crowd, and that will lead to dangerous thinking. Like, I don't trust kids that grew up with technology to the extent that they have it. I think the extent that we had it was like the perfect production. It was gradual. We still formed our own like opinions and personalities. And I think
I just told, we are so grateful to have been born 14 years before the iPhone came out. Like those 14 years were crucial. We had to ride bikes and shit. Only way we could get on the internet was a desktop computer. We couldn't get on the internet like on the phone. And now,
which is why I have to make sure the next generation is like connected to reality.
Okay, you can still teach a child morals, minimalism, and things like that. Like, you don't need all of these things to be happy. You have to be happy inside. I've been doing good in Little Kickers though, and that's actually been pretty cool to like
coaching.
Yeah, coach like
Little Kickers.
They go from a year and a half all the way up to 12 years. It's pretty interesting just to see like the different age groups and their development skills and shit like that.
What's your favorite age group?
7 and 8 is cool because you're actually teaching them soccer, but 7 and 8-year-olds are hyperactive as fuck and they don't really listen that much. So I think my favorite is like 4 to 5-year-olds. Like, you're still having to put, like, for example, we had a game called Hawaii 5-0. And so you put hula hoops, and those are your volcanoes. So they're doing baby kicks. And then when I say a color, we all dribble to that volcano. You're tricking them into playing soccer. Like, they're actually dribbling a soccer ball at.
I wish someone would trick me into playing soccer.
No, that's what I'm
saying.
They're
way late on that.
It's really sick how they do it. Like, they're taking like actual child development psychology and implementing it to like teach kids how to be in group settings and how to listen and how to collaborate with others and all this other stuff. So it's not even really about the soccer at that point. It's way deeper than the soccer.
It's about everything.
way deeper.
Yeah, but it is also, so what's clutch about it is it's a franchise and there's none in Kentucky. So when I move, I'm going to bring the franchise to the tri-state, because then then we'll spring from that to.
There's so much need in Henderson because it's gonna grow.
And I'm thinking about the kids that we start developing now will hopefully equal state championships, multiple state championships. Like Henderson County is
it's in your blood
in the state of Kentucky for soccer. We got the whole community. I don't know if I would want to coach my own daughter. I'll be training you, yeah, and giving you tips and stuff, but like if you're actually on a team, I don't want to be like the head coach. Like, listen to your coach.
All right, listen to me. I'm your coach. Y'all, this weekend, Leviticus is going out of town. He's going to Miami, which is good. He hasn't been in a while. And I was like sort of excited for him until I realized that Bailey is like the one who told him to go at this time. She's going to be down there too. And when I found that out, I just got so like internally infuriated. I didn't quite express. I don't know what to say. I feel so conflicted because at first I definitely wanted to land on this position where like when Leviticus goes and hangs out with my ops, if you will, I don't really know if I would characterize him that way, but that's just what I'm going to say. Because I know how Bailey is. She's so controlling, and I would kind of judge her whenever she would not let her man do certain things. And my man is here, and he doesn't even have anyone here. But yeah, there's this feeling also.
She's the one that told him to come to Miami?
He was trying to figure out when he was going to go down and was going to say to Bailey, hey, if you drive down, I will ride with you and your fiance. And they're flying, and so he was like, oh, I'll just fly too. But I'm like, okay. So
that's weird as hell. That's a whole weird situation.
Right, I stayed with his mom when I went down. He's staying with Bailey's sister-in-law in their nice little house. I'm raging inside, like I just
because they're about to turn up.
And they're about to make a production of it.
I mean, technically, she's the one that orchestrated you guys to meet, so who's to say that she's not trying to fucking do some weird shit?
She's weird in general. The more I look back on our relationship, our conversations, I get mad and I feel like you're so weird. I think about it way too often because these fucking people are still around me. I have class with these people. I see them in the hall on the way to my morning Starbucks run. Like,
my paranoid ass literally just thought Bailey would go live on Instagram in a club and try and exploit Leviticus into doing something that would immediately fuck up a relationship.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
You just made it cinematic, like this is a freaking movie or reality TV show.
I mean, who are we talking to here? The most dramatic man in the world. But that was immediately what I thought when she was like, Bailey basically convinced him to come to Miami, and I'm like, why the fuck would she do that?
Yeah, your mind just kind of goes to the worst thing. Yeah. She's an orchestrator. She's a manipulator.
Especially knowing the way she moves. Like, she's an ultimate.
It just depends on, like, her true character. Like, is she the type of person who's genuinely trying to be a friend to Leviticus? Or
is she evil?
Is she trying to have control, which is what her problem always was control.
Okay. I think it's important to point out the first time I met Levon, I think that was also the first day she met him in person. So the only thing she really even knows him as actually is my man.
Okay, hold up. I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they met. They met through Bailey's sister-in-law, who was also like Leviticus's mentor and employer. And he was with this woman round the clock.
Who?
She did employ him at her business, but yet she also had him around doing like odd jobs. He was like her bitch, and he did what she said, and he was afraid of making her mad, and he was over.
Who?
Leviticus. Bailey's sister-in-law. Bailey's sister is gay. She married a woman, so. I thought about it a lot today, and I tend to land in this place where it's like, wow, I have so many fans, you know? I'm just the kind of person who has fans, Fans, of course, can be your ops. Sometimes fans are your biggest ops. It's such an inquiry into my life, I feel, that I don't know, it's so invasive and so like, oh, it's disgusting to me.
Your boyfriend is best friends with your op, who used to be your best
Here's
friend.
in the beginning. I was trying to be considerate. Leviticus is a great person. You know, he deserves to have a friend. I consulted with my therapist on this, and it rendered me no clarity. She was like, does he even know, like, why you're upset about everything? And even if I tried to tell him, he would be like, okay, babe, don't worry about it. You don't have to be her friend, you know, which is dismissive.
Are you trying to get him not to be your friend anymore?
But I haven't made a decision yet on how I feel about it.
You
In the
can't
beginning,
make that
I
decision.
was kind of satisfied that Bailey and Cecilia were having this conversation of, oh, I can't believe she let him come here by himself, because it was fresh. It was the first time he was making an appearance without me. People were commenting on it, and it's just like, I was satisfied in that. Just like, yeah, I'm very secure in myself, so I'm gonna let my man go wherever, and I don't give a fuck. In reality, it's not the case.
Tell everybody you crash out.
I try to ignore the topic, but it's not going to go away. Like,
it's not going away. That's the problem. Like,
yeah,
either this is going to be a theme or you have to nip it in the bud now.
But
Personally,
you're not even able to, you can't nip it in the bud.
She can let him know that it's bothering her and that it's unacceptable. Personally, I think it's unacceptable because you just told me that they were not friends and they don't even really know each other. They know each other mutually at best. This is not a friendship, and Bailey's boyfriend will be fine. You're not responsible for him and his friends. There's other people in the world for Leviticus to hang out with. I don't see why they need to be friends.
If they were friends before the relationship, it's a wrap.
They weren't, though.
They're the ones that introduced him to her.
But it wasn't like that. She just explained it.
So she knew who he was because she heard stories about him. She heard people talking about him. But yeah, she didn't meet him in person until I did. So, like, yeah, she didn't know him until I did. So
give him the ultimatum. Join the ultimatum.
It might have to come down to that. I don't know. I've just been so confused.
Yeah, good luck.
What do you mean, good luck? It could have been instituted.
I don't know if that's a good gamble.
What do you mean? It's not a gamble at all. If I wanted it done, it would have already been done. I'm trying to be the bigger person.
If
I don't have to give an ultimatum, because if I just say, like, stop, it's going to stop.
And that's confident. That's a good answer. I'm glad that you are confident.
No.
I'm just saying that there's both.
Stop.
There's two sides to that. Like, if you told him to stop and he doesn't, if you told him to stop and he doesn't stop, then what is what I'm saying?
I have no problem giving him an ultimatum if he were like, I'm going to do whatever I want. Yeah, that would be a whole separate problem.
You're not hearing what I'm talking about. I'm saying you said that he can go. Right? He's going there to hang out. Everything's cool. You're just tripping.
He has asked me, let me help you understand. He's asked me straight up before, do you want me to stop being friends with him?
What did you say to him after he asked you that?
I've been, no. I don't want you to stop being friends. My feelings on that, yeah, are changed because he's on my nerves. Like, he comes home drunk and he calls into work the next day because he's hungover. He doesn't ever even drink. That just, like, oh, made me so mad. And then a couple days later, he's like,
this is crazy.
I'm going to go.
I'm like, what
a couple days later, he's like, I said, are you seeing Reese today since he's asking you what you're doing? He was like, I might go later. I'm like, that pissed me off so bad.
Bro, because he's with the bros. He's going to go.
What?
That's a thing.
What are you even talking about? What does that even mean?
If I'm getting texts from Sam and Coco asks me, are you going over to Sam's today? Even if I say, I don't know, 90% of the time, I'm going to end with Sam.
Well, that's why I'm pissed, because you're skirting around the question.
That's just a regular man thing, especially when it comes to the boys. Roll your eyes if you want, but that's just what it is.
Well, he didn't go.
Ooh.
What he did instead, y'all, was sit on the patio and play his game. I think it was probably a Saturday night, you know?
God.
So I was pissed off at him that day. because I'm like, oh, maybe you're gonna go to again. You just called into your job because you can't hold your liquor, bro. Like you can't go to work the next day.
Oh my.
Grow up. I don't know.
Olli P, say
Grow the fuck
something.
up.
Like, how are you just she's ranting?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Like,
me too.
I'm just listening.
Yeah,
I already
She
have
said,
my.
"You can't hold your liquor, bro. You just got to be with Reese, and then you got to call into work because you were with Reese." That man's a grown man. He wanted to drink.
he doesn't
So you
drink
can
though.
be
That's the
mad.
thing.
I
You
don't
can be
drink,
mad.
but I don't drink. But shit, if I'm with the boys, there's no telling what's gonna happen.
Okay,
That's
she's
kind of
totally
the problem.
allowed to be mad at her boyfriend because he got too drunk and called out of work. Like,
Sounds like a girl thing. That sounds like any girl would be feeling the same way.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
there's
yeah,
nothing
there's
wrong
a
with
reason.
what she's saying.
I'm
It's
just saying that
universally bad.
hers has like that underlying boiling point of just Bailey, the op. Like that's the
Yeah, and
only thing that's making this whole thing glue together.
so now that you asked me about it, his former employer, this bitch, told him when he was leaving Miami to move here with me that he should not ever speak to her again because he is what? Because he's what? I don't know. Whatever reason she gave. She feels betrayed. She's done so much for him. It's the same kind of shit as Bailey whenever she's like telling me how much she's done for me. And I'm just like,
On some weird rich
what?
people shit. It don't make sense.
I need the separation. Like, this is too much, Ashtune. It's never gonna go away. Like, this makes you uncomfortable. This person has disrespected you and has like tried to control your life. That's what all these problems stem from is she thinks that she is like your overseer. And she's still keeping tabs on you, whether it's intentional or not, through Leviticus. And it's like you can feel her on you. Like,
And
I need that energy away. Like,
I agree the separation needs to happen for your mentality and mental well-being. But don't be surprised. I don't want you to just go in 100% thinking this is just sure. I can tell him to stop talking to anybody and he's just gonna do it. Because that's not how that's
I know
not
we can
real.
have that conversation. You don't know, well, you know. We have had a couple conversations about the whole thing and my feelings and how I'm just, yeah, I'm not cool with it.
it's just not a friendship that he needs to pursue. Like, it's not a natural friendship for him to be friends with her or her man. Like, that's like just friendship out of necessity, and that doesn't mean it's a good friendship.
Right? I think that was kind of like why I stayed in it for so long, is it felt like a necessity. But it's not. It's actually weird. Now that I'm actually talking aloud with you guys about it, I see like how weird it all is and unnecessary. And his thing, his rationale is like, you don't understand what it's like to be Cuban. It's a family dynamic is what he says, how he understands it. Like he's always called he's always called Bailey cousin.
That's Cuban. We're not Cuban, so we can't even speak on that, right? Isn't that like
That's fine, but there has to be some limitations even within that culture. There's a line that you would draw somewhere. So this is the line that should be drawn.
No, I'm saying in that culture we can't make those answers because we're not in that culture. Unless
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even in that culture, there's boundaries. So this just has to be applied in that situation, whether that would apply actually in their culture or not. Like, he just has to respect
America.
Yeah, and if he doesn't respect that, then of like, I don't know. I'm just not with the bullshit. Like,
No, and this is the stuff that I was talking about beforehand on prior episodes when it was like, oh, we're moving in together, oh, this and
okay,
that.
Kuloone, can I just point out that it aided both of our survival? That is always playing a role in all of this. We were struggling in two different cities.
But you weren't making it seem that way, that it was
Well, why would
transactional.
I don't have to make it seem whatever way. That's always a factor in the background. Obviously, there was more to it than that. That made me feel like it's worth taking the jump. I've said it multiple times to him. At the end of this lease, I don't know what's going to happen.
There it is.
So
I was just confused, you know? If that's what it is, that makes me feel better for you mentally. Because I was thinking, oh, she's head over heels. If he doesn't,
I love him so much, but I'm just at a place in my life where I understand fully, like, that is not enough. I can't waste any more of my time on men. Like, it's not justified at all. So I hope it works out.
What an episode.
We have 20 minutes left, so.
Well,
we shouldn't say it all in one day.
Kuloone has to get up at 4 a.m. So I am glad.
You can't survive 20 more minutes.
No, really. I mean, I'm pregnant, you know? We're pregnant. We like to go to bed early.
That's cute.
You are so funny.
I mean, that's the truth. I was literally, you called me and I was fucking dozing off. I love you both.
We love you.